Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It is good to see you guys again. My name is King Kaye. Thank you for joining us today. Today is a very special day, being Father's Day. I actually had a chance to enjoy myself yesterday. My baby girl took me out for dinner, which was a welcome treat. And here I am with you guys on another Sunday. Glad you're with me. And if you're not, hope you're enjoying your day. If you're a father, if not, if you're celebrating your own father, that's great as well. But today we are in Train Sim World, and we will actually jump into the rundown and take a look at what's going on. So as you can see, we are in Just Trains today. We are doing the Crewe to Preston route, which recently came out this past week. And we are also doing the Preston to Carlisle route, which has been out for a while, but I have always wanted to do a full West Coast mainline run in Train Sim World. I've done it a couple of times in Classic. And today I would like to get one step closer to fulfilling that dream. So the two Just Trains routes are set in a different era, but obviously there's a workaround for that. I have created a couple of custom scenarios, which I often like to do in Train Sim Classic. This is my first time actually doing it in Train Sim World, so I did a quick run through of both of them. Looks like we should be good to go. Hopefully there's no hiccups. But we will actually get into this and get this going. I just love seeing freight and trains running in Stratford. Sorry if I take too long to get back to that. But as you can see, I already loaded up the game, and we can jump into it now as I unpause it. All right, so here we are at Crewe. We're just going to get the cab set up. Safety systems on. Have not quite remembered what the keyboard shortcut is to do this, so we'll do it the long way. First in the forward, acknowledge AWS, alerts go off. We'll get this into high as I acknowledge tasks. We'll get the headlights into day. And I'm also going to take this out of eco mode if I can ever get to F4. There we go. Okay, so we're out of eco mode. We'll get the doors open. We will actually hop out here. I did have a service that left. And I can't actually go, gotta use the number 8. I had a TFW service that left at 9:15. As you can see over there, we'll acknowledge that. As you can see, the 150 leaving from Crewe. Hop back in. This is actually a continuation of my previous stream where I started in London Euston, and we did London Euston to Milton Keynes, and hopped into the Trent Valley and did Milton Keynes to Crewe. So this is part 2, or I should say part 3 of this full run attempt. I believe we are scheduled to depart at 9:20. But Train Sim World scenarios are only in increments of 5 minutes, so I couldn't actually cut this any earlier than 15 to start, because I wanted to make sure everything was set up so we can depart on time. And I also would like to say, setting up a scenario in Train Sim World is not as easy as it is in Classic. I can't actually place trains down where I want them to. And this is just assuming you guys have never tried to do a scenario, custom scenario in Train Sim World. You have a select amount of places you can actually put trains, and you can't start them when you want to, which is really weird. Like, I would love to, like, just plop a bunch of trains down and see a full crew. But look, it's just bare. It's just bare. I do have a couple of services. I believe one should be coming in. There it is, right there, a 350. I had a... Just gonna speed through here. I had another service coming out of Platform 1 over here that was heading to Manchester. But it kind of got overridden by this 350 that's coming. So I just took it out. I would love to have had more services coming in. Everybody knows I like AI, and I love a busy station. But we'll hop back in because it's almost time to depart. As you can see, the 350 service coming in, heading to Manchester via the Style line. We'll get the doors closed. How's it going, Concord? Good to see you, buddy. 15 seconds to departure. We will actually set up for a flyaway. Not for you. There we go. I'll come over here. All right. Doors are closing. We'll get that off the screen. And we should be departing. I do like that they also have a lot more of those orange men, as you can see over there. All right, I guess we'll hop on this side. As you know, 390 is one of my favorite trains in the UK. I plan to see it very soon. Another couple of months. Still haven't made my official time that I want to actually head out there, but speeding a little bit. Yes, CT95. This is off of the new DLC that just came out this week. This is a custom scenario that I just created yesterday. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the kingdom. We can get up to 80 here. The only issue with this scenario is, or this DLC, is that it's set in a different era. So I had to make a custom scenario just to get what I wanted to finish, which is a modern day run to Glasgow in the 390, which I have done a couple of times in Classic, and I would love to have done it just once at least in TSW. But here we are. and we're still getting it done. And I'm just going to acknowledge your follow and welcome to the kingdom. Thank you for joining us. Hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday. 20 miles to our first stop, which will be Warrington Benquay. There should be some AI coming at us pretty soon. Unfortunately, I couldn't put in as much as I wanted to, like I normally would like to see, but I kind of figured it out. I just wish the workings of how to manipulate scenarios was the same as it was in Classic, which I wouldn't say mastered, but I am a little bit better at creating. Knowing how to space out trains and where to place them. Too warm over there, Concord. It's funny that you mentioned that, because I see a lot of social media clips where there's like a lot of Brits here for the World Cup in the United States, and they're like, it's too hot in the United States. So that's actually pretty funny and well timed. But we're 19 miles from Warrington Benquay. As you see a 323 Northern pass us. I tried to time this as best I could with the previous run I did off the Trent Valley, so the times will kind of connect. Oh, let me get my ticker and information going here. Almost forgot about you. Everything's back to normal. As you can see, I'm in the cockpit of the 805. I don't think I could get a clear picture of a 390. Otherwise, I would have put that behind me. But I do like this background. I really do. Kind of looks like I'm actually there. Just adds a little more immersion. Yeah, hopefully when I get back out there, it'll still be pretty warm. Plan on coming out there in like first week of September. I don't know, maybe second week. I've talked about this a lot before. I want to actually start in Scotland, so I want to head out to like Edinburgh and do a couple of days out in Edinburgh for a little bit, and make my way down towards London, where I'm used to. And see some things in Edinburgh, and then hop on a Caledonian sleeper. The Caledonian, and make my way down towards London. Pretty partial to Canary Wharf. I may stay out in Canary Wharf again. I liked it out there. Probably stay there for 3 days and make my rounds around England. Probably head back out to Liverpool, because I love Liverpool. Still want to see a match out there. FC fan. And I don't know. I may take a trip down to France. I want to actually head to the Louvre. I've always said I wanted to go, but I never went. Yeah, I'm still debating Concord, because I don't know if I want to actually come in September or August, because I want to actually go to Carnival, and I know that's like the last week of August. So I'm kind of debating if I want to do that. But if I do that, then there's a chance I won't get to see Liverpool play, because there rarely are any matches in August. Like, I think the season starts in like September, so it'd be a wasted trip if I wanted to go to Liverpool. So I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do there. Manchester's cool as well, but every time I go to Manchester, I always feel like I'm actually home. It just reminds me of being home. Nothing against Manchester. I just have a home feel when I go there. 13 miles to Warrington Benchy. But I actually want to see some new things, so I may not even go to Liverpool or Manchester because I've been there a couple of times already. So I'm going to try to spread the wealth a little bit. I may head south. Like the Cliffs of Dover is something I always wanted to see, and I think there's a castle out there as well. And I also wanted to hop on the Night Riviera sleeper, but I don't want to do 2 sleepers in this run, so that is definitely out, at least for this trip. But I would love to head down towards Cornwall, the area anyway. I would love to see what the red rocks look like, because I've never seen it other than on this game. 11 miles to Warrington Benchy. I don't know. There's a lot I want to see. There's so much of the country I would love to visit. So I'm just trying to spread it a little bit. Taking all suggestions if anyone has ideas. I'm into castles. I'm into bridges. I love scenery. If it's something that's really picturesque, I wouldn't mind going there. So I want to hit the West End. Let me get some speed here. I'm a little slow. I want to head down to the theater district. What's that? I want to see the Michael Jackson show. I've seen it already, and I liked it that much. I actually want to see it again. And there's some other stuff over there too that I would love to see. Yeah, Bristol's on my list as well. So that's definitely an option. And I know you're actually from that area, Concord, so you're like one of the perfect person I can actually talk to about that. SW is from over there too. I don't think I've mentioned this to him in Discord, so if he's actually lurking in the background, I don't know, he likes to lurk a lot. So he may actually be listening right now. Just under 9 miles to Warrington Benchy, which will be our first stop. Oh, it's just very bouncy today. I actually do like the bounce. Oh, look, hey, Southwestern, how's it going? just talking about you. Hope you're well, buddy. Okay. Not that it's a problem. It's just you always mention it. Oh, just watch it for a while. But I live near Bristol, but don't go often. It takes quite a long time on the train. Hey, listen, I am a train guy, so I don't know. I think I would kind of like a long train ride. So in this case, that would be perfect. That would be perfect. But I'm taking all options here. I'm making a list, and I'm going to the Viator app and seeing what I can get for discounted prices. I'm gonna do my Brit Rail Pass, which allows me to hop on basically any train I want. At a set price. So I just buy the Brit Rail Pass, being that I'm American, and I get the discount price, and I can do any ride I want to anywhere, basically for free. I just pay for that one little fee, and that's about it, which is pretty cool. So hopefully they still have that. I'll have to check for that as well. Yeah, see, and that's why I like the Brit Rail Pass, but I don't know if it's available to you guys because you're countrymen already. But that's their way of getting tourism into your country for me. So it's not as expensive for me. I just pay like 50 American dollars, maybe a little bit more, and I can travel anywhere I want with just a little barcode basically on my phone. I scan it, and that's about it, which is pretty cool. I don't know if I could do that to go to like the Eurostar, but I don't know. I think that's an experience I would love to actually try. Yeah, that's actually what I did last year. Speeding a little bit. That's actually what I did last year twice. And I thought that was pretty cool. Until the strike happened and I couldn't get to Manchester. Not that National Rail was on strike, but I physically couldn't get to London Euston from Paddington, and it kind of blew my mind a little bit. Until I hopped in one of those big black cabs you have, which are like twice the size of our cabs here, which I thought was pretty cool. Like if it seats like 7 people, like that's how big it is. Like the cabs we have here, even if they're not Ubers, the cabs we have in America will probably just fit like 3. So I thought that was pretty good, pretty cool. Yeah, the Brit Rail Pass. Like if you go look it up, like if you type in Brit Rail Pass, it'll tell you the prices. It's pretty cheap. Like you can get them for 3 days, you can get them for 1 day, and it'll tell you the price. And I've done that twice last year. Once in January and once in August when I came out there. It was pretty affordable. It made life for me very easy. Until I had to come home from Manchester and my and my Pendolino broke down, and I had to figure out how to get to another Pendolino to take me home. So I wound up hopping on a northern service to, I want to say, Warrington Benkey. From Manchester, and then I had to switch to a Pendolino coming from north, which wasn't really too bad, but like not being from the country, I really didn't want to get stuck and not have a way to get back to London, which would have really sucked if I couldn't get home. I don't know. Hey Omar, how's it going? Welcome back and good to see you. I'm actually gonna just come put a little more speed in here. I believe we were on double yellows back there. Today I'm on PS5. Yes, my TSW6 is on PS5. I never switched over, or I never initially bought it for the computer, even though I have Classic on my PC. And once my collection started building up, I had to stick with it. But I think eventually I will start buying some PC versions, unless I become an ambassador and I can get these for free. But highly doubtful. So I'll just wait for some Steam sales and I'll get it. 1.2 miles to Warrington Benkey. I believe there is a 350 in front of me. So right now we are probably going to be held up at a red right before we reach platform 3. And I could have taken that out, or not even put it in, but trains hit yellows. Everything doesn't always have to be greens. So yeah, I don't know if you guys noted, but I am a really big WCML fan, so whether the DLC is going to be shit or not, I picked it up. uh, and actually, I quite enjoy this one as well as Preston Carlisle. My only qualm with it is it's different eras from everything else. Like, I almost feel like, hey, Plums, how's it going, buddy? I almost feel like it should have been two timetables. Like, they could have had at least a second timetable where you could play the modern era trains as well as the what is it, the 80s basically. I know I'm asking for a lot, but on PC you probably will get timetable mods that I can't get on this PlayStation. But this is Warrington Bank Key. Doors will be opening on the left. And we shouldn't actually be chasing that 350. As you can see, the light is green now. And I believe we're here for another minute. All right. Where you going? Where you going? All right, doors opening on the left. Where am I? Oh, there we go. Let me get my big head off the screen. For some reason, the doors were not unlocked. Omar, yes, I do have all the layers unlocked. Well, I should anyway. I don't have the 90. But I meant to buy it ever since the recent update. But I didn't put it in this scenario anyway, so we wouldn't see it. But as far as this scenario, you will not see all the layers because I only put like a 350 and an 805, a 323 Northern, and Pendolinos on this scenario. But we're going to get the doors closed here. I don't have the chime on my door, so you won't hear it. All right, we'll lose that. 2 for the guard, applying power. And I'm on the wrong camera. All right, we'll hop back in. All right, we can get up to 90 here. Wigan Northwestern is next. Oh, Plubs, you guys are a little warm out there, huh? You're the second one to mention it. I did not know that, Omar. That's interesting, because I literally have probably what is it, four pieces of AI, different AI on this scenario. And as you can see right there, like it freezes. And it does that often. It does that often on, and I don't know if it's a DTG thing, but it does it on both of my Just Trains DLCs, which is quite interesting. I don't know if you've had the same issues, SW or Plums, but it kind of does it. I want to say when it loads the next tile of graphics, like right there, it just stutters for a little bit. And I've also noticed, speeding a little bit, I've also noticed if you look at the trees and the bushes, or any, like the trackside scenery, it's not loading until like probably right in front of my face. Like it'll look very generic, and then once you get right up on it is when it kind of fully loads. Yeah, definitely. I have not hopped out yet. Let me get some fresh air as soon as this vigilance goes off. We get up to 90 here. I'm gonna apply some more power. Full beans. Actually, since we apply more power, vigilance shouldn't go off yet. I really do love this unit. Pendolino will always be in my heart. Wigan Northwestern's next, 7.5 miles. And we do have a train in front of us, so we may be getting a slowdown a little bit ahead. Applying some power here. So with this run, we will be just one step closer to a full Euston to Glasgow run, which would make everything perfect in my eyes. I just hope we can actually get the rest of this line. Just Trains is probably already on top of that. There's no way they're not actually looking at that already and have already not started it. And I am just not paying attention at all right now. Apologies. TFW 150. Just over 5 miles to Wigan Northwestern. As we can now get to 90. Looks like a TSR coming up. We'll actually drop down now. It's totally fine. So I noticed some of the differences between TSW and TS Classic as far as this area. Like, there are certain things that I'm used to actually seeing from Classic that I don't think I see on this DLC. Not that it's weird, it's just different. It's just different, and I don't know if you guys would notice it at all either. But like especially the Bolton part where the track changes over to go off towards down Bolton, or would that be up Bolton? It just looks different, and if it also feels like there's like a regular platform that's missing. Like, I don't believe Buckshaw is on this DLC. I know Leland is on here, but I don't think Buckshaw is on here. I'm just curious because I've never actually been on the train on this part. Like, the furthest I've been on the 390 is Manchester and Liverpool, so I don't think I've been to Wigan, so I'm not quite sure if that even is still a station. But isn't Buckshaw Parkway a station on this line? Or is it because it was not a station in this era that we don't see it? Well, that could be it. That could be it. I'm thinking in modern days. Yeah, that's probably definitely what it is. Part of my ignorance, I'm just an American who like to play trains in the UK. But we're 1.6 miles from Wigan, Northwestern. I'm actually going to start braking a little bit here because I'm pretty sure there's a yellow coming up for me soon. So we'll actually drop down to 75. We got to drop to 75 anyway, but we'll get down now. And so far we have greens, so maybe we're good with that 350. Step one brake in here. This is Wigan Northwestern. Doors should be opening on the left. I will say overall, I think this is a really, really beautiful DLC. Just Trains does a really good job with their DLCs, even in Classic. I believe the only DLC I did not like that I am sorry I actually bought is the Italian one that they have on Classic. It's just horrible. Just horrible. And I'm a little upset that I bought it, and I actually took it off my computer because it was just taking up space. It really was not good for me. I did not like it at all. But this is Wigan Northwestern. I just want to get my last little 10 yards. All right, I'm happy with that. Why is it saying my doors are not? I hate this camera. All right, doors are open. I don't know what's going on here. Hanging off a little bit, but I'm still on the platform. Every door is open. I don't know what's going on. We're leaving at 54 regardless. We'll set up for a flyaway. All right, I'm cool with that. Locking the doors here. It does. I love the way it looks in TSW. As far as classic, I feel like it needs a revamp. Like even with the Major Wales design one, I still think it looks horrible. 2 for the guard. Apply power. Next stop is Preston. Why is she going backwards? What is going on here? Oh, was I looking at it from the back? I think I was looking at it from the back. I don't know. Things are just weird on this run. All right, we can get up to 75 here. Yeah, it didn't, and I'm on a time here, so I'm just going to chalk that up as a glitch because it worked originally. And I'll probably fix it in the future because I plan to make a video out of this when I actually get the full run to Glasgow. I'm gonna connect them all, so it'll probably be fixed by then, hopefully. Obviously that's no time soon, but for now I'm aware of the time. We get up to 110 here, 0.9% uphill gradient. I should do this HUDless. You know what? I'm gonna try it HUDless. Oh well, but you know what? I cannot see my... I can't see my speedometer. I wish I could pull back on this view, like on Classic. On Classic, the view can be pulled back a little more and I can see everything, but I can't see my speedometer like this. Next stop is Preston. Yeah, I wish I was on the PC, buddy. Like, I think about this every day. Like, if I was on PC, I'd be able to get all the timetable mods. Like, I can't get none of that with the console. It's all good, though. I do quite enjoy playing on the PS5. Like, it's a different feel having an actual PS5 controller in my hand as opposed to playing with the keyboard, which I am used to, though. But it's a different feel, so it kind of gives me variety. Like, I get to switch up every once in a while. Not that I'm gonna get my TS controller any fucking time soon, because and no offense, like, he's just taking like 5 people at a time, and I really want that thing. Like, I just know the next time he does the second round, I'm gonna miss that one too. Like, I literally had the damn thing in my box ready to pay for it, and it said this thing is no longer available. I'm just like, come on, man. Like, I understand you want everything like handcrafted, but you might want to get some other people to help you. Yeah, the PBC Pro, like, I literally was waiting for that thing day one, and the second it was released, I was on the page ready to buy it. I'm putting in my credit card numbers, and the second I'm in my cart and putting everything in, this is no longer available. I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, come on. I'm like, I really wanted this thing. I was all set to actually put another camera up so you guys can see me playing with it. And I lost it out the cart. Yeah, very, very. Especially when I've been waiting for this thing for months. You know, I'm not saying I'm the richest person in the world, but like, literally, this is a toy I really wanted, and I was ready to, you know, put my money down for something that is not life-changing, but it's something I really wanted. It's kind of like when rich people buy cars that they don't really need. That's kind of how I felt with this. I don't need it, but I really wanted it because, you know, it helps with the immersion, and it also helps with the realism, which is the two things that I focus the most with on this channel. Immersion and realism. That's all you ever hear me say. Yeah, so I really wanted it. And I understand he's got a business to run. But I'm literally trying to give you my money. I just want your product, dude. Like, now I'm gonna have to wait like 2 months before he opens that up again, and then I'm gonna miss that, and I'm gonna have to wait even longer, and then I'm gonna miss that. Like so many people are gonna have this thing before I even get a chance to smell it coming out of the box. Yeah, see, and that's the problem, SW. I don't want to wait till Christmas. Like, I want it now, and I've wanted it ever since the first time I actually heard about this thing. Because my original plan was to have basically a rig set up in my place. You know, so I don't know if you guys watch any of like the truck simming stuff. Like these guys like dedicate themselves to building an actual rig in their house. Like literally an actual rig. I'm talking about 3 65-inch monitors, one to the left, one to the right, one in front of them. So literally they don't, yeah, a whole cab plums, they don't have to turn their heads on camera at all. They can literally just look to the left, look to the right off camera and see out their mirrors. Like that's the functionality that I originally had planned and wanted for my train simming. Not just train simming, I do truck simming too. So like all of that would have been cool. Like if I could just have one rig setup for something like that, where it wouldn't cost like, because most of these people, their rigs cost like, I'm talking like at least 10,000 American dollars. I don't know what that would equate to in euros or pounds, but I don't want to go that expensive. Like, you know, I still I still have other things I would like to do, but I did want to try to start something like that. You know, just to keep the realism alive, fresh and alive, and I can't even sniff it because, well, that would have been step one. Actually, that would have been step two. I also have a butt kicker on my chair, so I do get to feel all the when I go over the points, like when it's like bouncing, I feel all of that on my chair, which is really cool. And I would love to include that into the immersion, but I can't because I don't even know when I'm going to get that. We're coming up on Preston. I can't tell you exactly how long, but I know there's a bridge. I know there's a bridge right before we get to Preston, so shouldn't be too long. We're on double yellows right now. What is this coming up? Still double. Yeah, SW. For that, I would actually just put like a little fan on the desk here, just to feel the sensation of air blowing. Dropping out of 35 here as we approach Preston. Here's the bridge coming up. Uphill gradient of 0.3%. Doors should be opening on the right, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, Andy Preston, how's it going? Fitting that you actually live in Preston. Wow. Okay. Okay. It's the first time that's happened to me. Wow. It couldn't happen after I reach Preston. All right, we're just gonna hop into the Overshap DLC. That's weird. My PlayStation's not hot, so I have no idea why that has just happened. Feeling stuck? No, I'm feeling upset. That easily could have happened in Classic as well, so I'm not too upset. It just sucks because if I wanted to make this a video, I have to play that again. just to record it. Alright, I'm just going to turn this down a little bit as we try to get back in. Yeah, unfortunately, Plums, that was my first crash. And if that's an ongoing thing, and that wasn't even a regular timetable. That was a scenario I created with very minimal AI. There was not that much AI in that. So I have no words. And if this is going to be the future of DTG, UE5 is looking like they better get here fast. Because I don't think 7's going to be like that. I'm going to hop into the rundown for a little bit while we wait. Take a look at Stratford. A place I have not been let down by before in real life or this game. So we'll look at the rundown. As you can see, the title is still heading north. We originally started this, I don't want to say series, but this run. We started in London, Euston, off of the West Coast Main Line South. I think that was probably, that might have been 2 weeks ago. And we did an early morning run. I believe it was service 1V53. Not sure of the number, but we started in London, Euston, and we made our way towards Milton Keynes, and then hopped into the Trent Valley DLC from Milton Keynes to Crewe, which is where we picked it up today, and hopped into the new route, Crewe to Preston, and this thing is really taking a long time to load, and I don't remember it doing that until now. And hopefully we can get our full run off my custom scenario from Preston to Carlisle once this thing loads back up. If not, we will actually just hop into the excuse me, regular version, and I guess hop into a class 87. Is that 87? I don't think I have 86 or whatever. But we'll see. So hopefully we can actually jump back into the next scenario and actually continue our journey. If not, I'll probably just hop into some keeping with the theme, some West Coast mainline stuff, and hop into a 710 Aventura and do a run. But we'll see. For now, let's actually hop back into the game. We'll get the game audio back up a little bit. All right, so here we are in Preston, and unfortunately, we have a 10-minute wait because I don't know how to change that. So I'm not even going to open the doors, but we'll get the cab set up right now. Actually, I don't want to put the vigilance on. No, actually, I can put the vigilance on. I just won't put the key in. As you can see, Northern Service heading out. I hate this camera. I'm just so used to playing classic, I hit the number 2 button and I think it's gonna work. But I believe that service is heading to Blackpool North. I really wish I could put some AI just static in here, but I don't know where the collectibles are. That's, as we see some orange men here. I always call them orange men. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Yeah, you approve, Andy? As we take a look at Preston a little more. There's one guy I really... this might be him. Look at that fucking mustache. Oh my god, and then you have the hair. Look at the hair. Oh my goodness, what is that? What is that? What is that? Come on, man. Oh man. I actually noticed all this before when I looked at the Black Crewe DLC. What's the helmet? Yeah, this look, that just looks like a helmet. What is that? Oh my god. You should be mad at that's your hair. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh man. Yeah, so I actually was talking to 1010 a couple of days ago on Discord, and he mentioned, although it's public knowledge now, he mentioned that, you know, basically he's in the game, which I think is really fucking cool, man. Who's whistling? I told him he deserves it, man. Like he's really good for the community. I love his stuff. Yeah, it's cool when you actually get acknowledged for stuff like that, man. I'm so far away from any of that type of situation. If it even ever happens. But yeah, I think that's totally cool, man. Let's see what's on this side. I actually like this side of Preston. This is the side I use more in Classic. Although I feel like it's missing some platforms. Uh, Andy Preston, is this accurate to your knowledge, being that you're in this area a lot? Well, that's the thing, SW, and and you guys all know that I'm originally from New York. Nobody wanted that shit. Dude, I did not at all think about buying that thing when they mentioned it. Even though, you know, I'm very nostalgic about my area, uh, I I had no intentions of buying that thing. So they probably did themselves a favor scrapping it. Is this accurate? This guy, man, what is going on with that mustache? I mean, looking at Preston, it looks like a really cool station. Oh, that's good to hear. Like, it really looks like a really cool station. I mean, it's not the biggest station I've ever seen. Obviously, I'm from New York, and we have Grand Central Terminal um, and all the other stuff, Penn Station, all that good stuff, which are really massive. I think Grand Central Terminal has over 100 uh, platforms, which, you know, to say out loud is unheard of. But I really do like Preston. I'm just wondering if I'll get this guy. Hold on. Where you go? Where you go? There we go. You're just gonna stop? Okay. All right. I don't know what that jacket is, but it's not the worst outfit I've seen. But the hair, man. It's a good thing that Just Trains is really good at making trains and platforms and stuff, because their specialty is definitely not hair. Look at that. Oh my god. You gonna do that now, SW? Did you actually get that Folkstone DLC? All right, I'm actually gonna start setting up the cab here. All right, master keys in. Acknowledge AWS. Acknowledge all the tasks. Alarms going off. And we'll get this into bright. Put this into day running. I'm going to hold off on the doors here. Yeah, I remember downloading that Folkstone DLC, and I don't think I ever used it. Like, there was a time I thought about using it, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it ran um, towards like towards the tunnel, but I thought it was something that I wanted. I actually wanted in my library, and I just forgot all about it. And then while we were talking in Discord, I actually remembered that that was a thing. So it's always, and it's free. So it was free, right? Yeah, I believe it was free. So I thought I would at least mention that to you. All right, doors opening in 45 seconds. Yeah, that's what I thought. Thanks, Plumps. Can't go wrong with free stuff. As long as it doesn't take up all of the room you need. But I'm transferring everything to a 2 terabyte storage, so that I put in my computer. So it shouldn't be a problem in the future. And the one problem I have right now, um, I transferred all of my Railworks folder onto an external 2 terabyte in case anything happens, and it doesn't. Doors are open. It doesn't actually. It doesn't actually keep all of my third party stuff. Nobody's getting on the train? Okay. So it kept all of my Railworks for DTG. So anything from Steam, it's on there. But none of my scenarios transferred. None of my actual third party stuff transferred. Because like I tried to transfer it to my other computer, and I got nothing. So I don't know if I even want to keep it. Like, if I still have to load all the third-party stuff, unless I'm doing something wrong, what's the point in taking up extra storage? Doors are closing here. All right, 2 for the guard, but you don't hear it. All right, applying power. Legio Maximus, good to see you, my friend. Hope all's well. I see you've been busy as well. I just love the way this fucking train sounds. Excuse me. And I don't think it sounds like this on Classic. Like, I like the way this sounds on Train Sim World. Yeah, World Cup? Who's playing right now? Belgium, Iran? Nice. Yeah, unfortunately, I am staying away from all the World Cup stuff. I mean, not watching it, but because I live so close to the New Jersey stadium, which is actually called MetLife, but they won't call it that. There's nothing but traffic over there, and they're actually charging the shit out of you guys coming over to watch this thing. Like a normal train ticket leaving from Penn Station to go out there would be like $7 American. You know how much the price is now because the World Cup is there? It's at least 130. Like they're over inflating the price so much, and I really feel bad for you guys. Like, because I'm pretty sure you don't know, but you do know. Like, that's not the normal price. I understand New York City. You know, prices are supposed to be, you know, a little high, but that is like probably 10 times as high, which is ridiculous and uncalled for. Going full beans here. And it's just sad that they're doing that to you guys. Not you guys in general, because obviously you're not here, but I'm talking about all the visitors who want to actually see some good football, and they have to pay so much to get in there. But yeah, it's ridiculous, and part of my issue is that stadium is probably the worst fucking stadium we have, and my home team plays there. That's why I'm saying this. If you look at this, if you look at the actual stadium, it looks like a giant toaster. It looks like a toaster. There's nothing flashy about it. You look at it from the outside, it's just all gray and metal. You go inside, it looks like a regular stadium. And they spent, you know, $1 billion putting that up. And there are other stadiums that are a lot better, like the one in Texas, I believe, which is hosting. They're hosting one of the sites. Is, yeah, Dallas, yeah, that stadium is incredible. It's got a retractable roof. It seats more than 100,000 people in it. Like, it's really cold, but it's really hot down there. Texas is really, really, really hot. And then there's another stadium, the one they have the site in LA, in Los Angeles. That stadium is freaking awesome as well. Even the one in Atlanta is a better stadium. Yeah, so all the other stadiums are pretty much retractable roofs, except for the one near me, and they're a lot better. And they only picked New York because of the region, because New York is a destination that people would want to go to. That's the only reason. And truth be told, behind the scenes, they put so much work into the stadium because it was not ready, World Cup ready. The dimensions were too small, so they literally took out more than 2,000 seats off of the field level just to make the dimensions World Cup ready. So now those seats are movable forever because they had to cut into, basically the stadium structure to get it to that level. So now those seats will forever be removable. So they'll be putting those in and out, depending on what's in for them, what they can use it for. Not complaining. I can't afford the tickets anyway. Just looking out for the rest of you guys. There's a stadium in Minnesota, but because it's Minnesota, it I guess wasn't an option for them. 2 times better looking than the stadium for New York, which technically is in New Jersey. 14 miles to Lancaster. Like I've been to Super Bowls, and most of the time they'll pick a city with a closed roof, because when they play the Super Bowl, it's usually in January, which is our coldest time of year. So they'll pick like stadiums that are in like Louisiana because it's a dome. Stadiums in LA, also a dome, and it's hot in LA all the time, so they like the climate to be cooled. Miami, because it's warm all the time, because it's so close to the equator. So they'll pick like warm climate places, or if it's a cold place, with a dome, so that they can close it off and keep it warm. So places like New York never gets it. Places like Buffalo, which is technically the only New York team in the NFL, it's Buffalo, New York. The Jets and the Giants actually play in New Jersey. Places like that do not even get the option because of the climate. The climate's so cold. Detroit is a cold climate in January, but it's also a domed stadium, so that could be a consideration. And I don't know how they go about picking these places, but Florida is usually one of the main places. Louisiana, LA, New York. New York had it once, and that was only because of I want to say 9/11. I believe it was the year 9/11 happened, and they wanted to show like solidarity. So that was the last time, I believe, or only time I believe it was in New York. But I digress. Being that I work in TV, as you guys know, I sometimes get to go to these events for free because I'm media. So I just have my media pass, and we do shows there, and I get to meet all these interesting people. but I actually haven't done that since COVID. Because now what they do is, instead of actually having us travel, which really sucks, they hire people from whichever state that they're going to, which I do understand, because they want to save money and it's cheaper. Because they have to pay for me to fly, and they have to pay for me to stay in a hotel. So that's added money to the budget, when they could just hire local people that live there. The only problem with that is you get people who don't know the show. So if it's a show, that's pretty small but well known, like the talent likes to work with certain people because they know how things are supposed to go. So on rare occasions, I have to go because I'm part of that show, and they want to keep everything flowing like a well-oiled machine. So when that happens, I literally have to, okay, I live in New Jersey. My job is in New Jersey. We have offices all around the world. I believe there's an office in Washington, D.C. There's an office we have a couple offices in California. One's in San Francisco, one's in L.A. We have offices in Singapore. We have offices in Australia. We have offices in London. So if I have to travel to either one of those places aside from DC, because that's local, I have to leave a day before I need to be there, which means they have to give us transit to get to airports. They have to give us plane tickets. They have to give us transit when we land to get to the hotel. They have to give us a hotel. They have to feed us. All of that adds up. So I do understand why they do it. And also, it's overtime for me, because I'm on the clock the second I leave my house. And for me to travel from New Jersey to California, that's a 6-hour plane trip right there alone. And also you're flying into the wind, so it takes even longer sometimes. So you gotta be at the airport 2 hours before you leave, plus the travel time. So that's easily 3 hours right there. That's 9 hours right there of just me traveling. And then once I land, I got to get to the hotel. That's probably another hour. So there are times when, like, my trip is, double yellows here, flashing doubles. My trip is a 10-hour day, and I haven't done any work. And that's all overtime, because it's not a day I'm actually working. Like, if I'm supposed to be there on a Monday, I'm leaving on a Sunday. So that's one of my days off. And they still have to pay me. They still have to pay me. So I really do miss actually doing that, because I was able to actually buy stuff that I probably wouldn't buy if I wasn't doing it. So it's less money in my pocket, and I quite miss it. And also, I technically have a company card, so none of it's coming out of my pocket at all. Like, I just put everything on the card, and everything goes to them. And I actually enjoy doing that, and I don't do that as much anymore. And Legio, I've actually tried to see if I can get a transfer to London. I don't think it would actually work out, mainly because of what I like to do. I don't think they do as much. So I would have to find something different to do if I was to transfer to London. I can transfer to London. I could put in a transfer totally. But I would have to find something that they would need for me to do at the rate that I get paid. Because they're not making me get paid less than what I get paid. I refuse. Even though your conversion rate is better than ours, I don't think it would change my rate. Then if I did that, my dream job, if I were to come out to England, would be working for, I don't remember what station it's called. I don't think it's BBC, but basically working for EPL. When they do their studio stuff, like pre-game and stuff like that, I would love to do that. That's what I do. That's what I do. Hello, Sylvia. Welcome to the stream. We are pulling into, and I wasn't paying attention here. We are pulling into Lancaster on our way to Carlisle. Those will be opening on the left. Sky Sports, yes, that's it. That's it. Thank you, Legio. Yes, Sky Sports. I would love to get into that. I would also like to work at BBC, but only if it's in the Greater London area. Because, like, if it's in like Manchester, which I believe it is, I don't want to. I don't want to move to Manchester because that'd be a hell of a commute from Bexley Heath, which is where I want to move to. I would love to move to Bexley Heath. But I'll keep my eye out for that. Anything, basically. Doors opening on the left. But yeah, I kind of thought BBC was in Ali Pali, unless I'm thinking of something else. But yeah, Sky Sports is definitely on my list. And I'm always looking at things I can do when I do come out there, because I obviously do want to come out there. Yes, it is a Class 390 Pendo, and we are on the Preston to Carlisle DLC. The 390 is my favorite, and I want to do a full run from London Euston to Carlisle, to Glasgow. So eventually we will get the Glasgow bit. Just probably no time soon, but you only say that because you're from England, Andy. Whereas I am from New York, and I like going to England, which I will be out there pretty soon. Yeah, I quite enjoy it, Andy. I think it's a really good DLC, although it crashed on me earlier. I do enjoy it, and I have used the 86. I just wanted to get this in because I love my Pendolino. Doors closing here. We have a 25 departure, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not going to set up for a flyaway. Next stop is Oxenholme. We're 15 leaving here. I'm just going to step to this. It's this one. I love the Pendolino. I've been on it 6 times. I've been on the Pendolino 6 times, and I am not from the UK. Tells you how much I love it. And I plan on getting on it some more when I come back out there. Unfortunately, SW, I have not played the updated Blackpool. Is that just for the PC, or is it updated for console as well? Because the console. All right, cool, because I know like mods come out for like the PC, and I get all pissed off because I can't do it. Maybe I'll play that later. Yeah, I might play that later. It's only 4:23 p.m. for me right now, so I still have a lot of the day left. Whereas I'm sure it's probably like 10:23 for you guys in the UK. Or is it 9:23? Yeah, alright, that's what I thought. I get confused with my GMTs and UTCs and all that stuff. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be anymore. Yeah, we've had that conversation before, Plums, with the GMT and all that other good stuff. Why is this guy just sitting here? He's supposed to be moving. Actually, that means I'm a little bit late. He should be moving. Yeah, I quite like the 86 Plum, so I may hop on that later. No worries at all. No worries at all. Your English actually sounds fine. I didn't have any issues with what you were saying. We get up to 100 here. Oxenholme in 17 miles. That would be cool. I actually bought the 47 for the AP. I planned to use it on my next video that I was telling you about, SW, but I changed it. I don't know, there's something off about it to me. I don't know if you guys have played with the new AP version of the 47. There's something off about it. So I switched it. I was doing a run from Richmond out to the freight yards over past Barking, traveling up the Mount May to the Gospel Oak to Barking Riverside line. There's something off about that unit, so I wound up changing it. Right now I have a 56 on it. Okay, Sylvia, thank you for coming through. I appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day. I changed it to a 56, and I'm not sure if I even want to do that, because I don't want to. It's a freight run, obviously. I don't want to use the Class 66 because it's used so much, and I like to do different things. So I'm still trying to figure out what unit I want to use for that. And the scenario is already done. I'm going back and forth with what head I want to put on it. So I'm going back and forth on what head I want to put on the train. Yeah, see, I've done a 92. I started it with the 47. I don't want to use the 47. The 90 is an option. My only concern is if all of it is electrified. I'm actually using the 2018, 2019 Goblin, which I believe is electrified, but I don't think I think the bits from Richmond up to the Mildmay, I think it's DC. Yeah, I think it's DC powered, so I'm still going back and forth on what I want to use there. 13 miles to Oxenholme as we pass Conforth. I thought about the 73. I thought it would be weird, so I didn't make it an option. But if you don't think it'll be weird, I'll definitely use it. Yeah, I'll definitely use it if you don't think it'll be weird. I just want to do something different. Like, I don't want to use the 66. 11 miles to Oxenholme. 0.7% gradient uphill. I'm not using Thomas and Tank Engine. Get out of here. Or Percy. Get out of here. Yeah, I want to be different. Plums. I also want people to actually watch it. I don't want them to be like 73. That doesn't go there. So I'm just trying to gauge what people would actually want to see. I do like your idea of the 90. I just have to see if I could actually use it because of the DC bits. And also for you guys who've actually done the scenario parts for TSW, how do I get my my timetable to tell me what time I should be at Oxenholme? Like, I would like to know my destination time. Like, put a set destination time on so I can know if I'm late and what time I need to be there. Because I'm still a little raw at this. Oh, I actually thought about that too, SW. I may use a 68 or even a 67. Would it be weird if I used a, and I'm saying it and I think it will be weird, if I used a 68 to pull a 90? 7.4 miles to Oxenholme. Because I don't think I've actually made a video using the 68 or 67. I think I've streamed it live once. Coming off of Birmingham Moore Street to London. No, that was a 67 I used. Yeah, I think I will use a 68. I think that'll be interesting. And believable. I was also thinking about SW putting some GSMR chatter in the scenario. Like, I get to a certain point and and the signaler talks to me through the GSMR, and just incorporate that into the scenario. I was thinking about that too. Just to make it a little bit interesting. You know, you don't normally see a freight run where you get some GSMR chatter, and not just a freight run, but any run. Like, you don't hear GSMR chatter. I mean, things do go wrong, and you got to talk to the signaler. I think that would be a cool idea. A 4 miles to Oxenholme. Yeah, I agree. I always want to try to do something different. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, and I think that would be a cool idea. Like, I mean, you guys have been on my stream. I'm always thinking about something. I'm always thinking about something. Like, even when you guys bring up something, I have a good idea about how that idea can actually come to fruition. Like, I still think the idea that SW had with the manual is a good idea. Pretty much make a manual for all trains, basically, and train some classic, where you could just go to one page and get all the information you need. Like, I still think that's a good idea. I think that's a great idea. And SW would be perfect for something like that. It's definitely something that SW could do. Also, know you got a lot on your plate, SW. Like, you like to do things. Yeah, I think that would be a great idea, dude. Like you can actually put that in Train Sim community page. You know how many people would fucking blow up on that? Like, that, dude, that's such a great idea, man. That is such a great idea. Like, and then people will be looking at you like if you're Emry or like George Beanie, like, that'd be like a Bible, dude. You know, because Emry and George Beanie always have these reskins, and I actually like them. And I did find my 357. I did find my 357 reskin, so I actually incorporated that into. I should be slowing down here. I'm totally not paying attention. Full break here because I am not going to make this. I went on a tangent and totally forgot I was playing a game. You think I'll get some on the platform? I would say I overshoot at least one platform a stream. Let's actually see how bad it is. Don't pick on 1010. Jesus, how many cars is that? Oh, those doors should be open. Come on. 1, 2. So half the train. I believe it's a 41 departure for me. I wrote all this down, and it's on my other phone, and I don't have it with me. 1041 departure. I won't tell if you don't tell. It's a good thing I actually like biscuits and tea anyway. So when I talk to my boss, I'm not too upset. I may play some truck sim later. I'm really liking this new update for ATS. American Truck Sim, anyway. Not Alan Thompson. Doors are closing. All right, Penrith is next. 2 for the guard. Applying power. I'm going full beans here. I don't care. Get that off the screen. Yeah, they just had a new update, SW. I'm really enjoying it. I just love the way this sounds. "24 miles to Penrith." Yeah, I have ETS as well. I just haven't tackled driving on the left side. Obviously, it's a little weird for me because I'm from America. But pretty soon I will be doing some ETS videos as well. I just started some ATS stuff. Right now I'm trying to buy a better rig. I don't like the rig I got, but I bought it used, so I can actually make some good money. I think the other day my haul was over $40,000. I'm not sure what that would convert into pounds. Yeah. A menace as in you run people over, or or you just really know how to play that really well. Okay. I know Legio Maximus plays ETS a lot. Just know I'm always watching, guys. Like, you guys do things, I'm always watching. We get up to 90 here. Penrith is next, 22 miles. I believe we should be there by 10:55, if that sounds about right. I'm asking you guys like you know. Caravan into a TSW ambassador. It's funny because I was actually watching TSD play yesterday. I think he was in Chicago yesterday, trying to buy a truck in Rockford, Illinois. Thank you for the follow, Cookie the Caker. That is an awesome fucking name, dude. That is an awesome name. And I will return the favor and give you an acknowledgement. So welcome to the kingdom. Thank you for joining. We have lots of shit to do here. This is just the beginning. We get up to 85 here. 22 miles to Penrith. Getting back to TSD, SW. Does he know it's you that's doing this? Or are you just like some random... I gotta watch this. I got see that would be even funnier if you did that to like 1010. I love trains. Cookie. I love trains. It's actually funny because like even when I'm not streaming, obviously I'm playing with trains, and like my mom is like one of the hugest supporters. So like she'll be with me, and like you know I'm just like on the computer or on my PlayStation, and she'll just comment and be like, you really should have changed your profession. And I'm just like, I'm too old to try it now. Dude, you can actually easily make that in like a couple of quick jobs. Not a big deal. I think I only have like probably 45,000 in my account because I just bought a trailer and a new truck. So, well, this DLC has been out for a while. This is actually Preston the Carlisle Cookie. I'm just gonna call you Cookie. I'm not gonna say your whole name. Everybody's got a shortened name. But I actually like this. I actually like this DLC as well. My only gripe with it is it's a different era than most of my content. So for me to do a full run like I'm trying to do right now, I have to make my own scenario. So this is my own scenario, and unfortunately, I believe this part of the DLC is very limited on AI. Like you'll probably see an 805 on this run, and that's about it. And it still says 22 miles, so I don't know if that's a glitch or it's just not counting right. But I do like this DLC. The Crewe to Preston is actually pretty good as well. That's the new one that just came out. Although it crashed for me earlier. Has anyone gone to see where Tintin's mural is on the game? He showed me where it was at, but I haven't gone there yet. Wow, look at the background scenery. That looks horrible. Like, look at the trackside trees. You see that? Like, there's no depth to this. I mean, I know it's pretty far away from here, but like the trackside trees are just, they change like 3 times before it gets to you. We get up to 100 here. Is that for Classic, SW? Yeah, obviously that's for Classic. 19 miles to Penrith. So obviously, you know, I watch a lot of UK stuff. I'm a big fan of the UK stuff. So I was watching the news about the crash. I didn't want to speculate about anything, but I was pretty sure it was a signaling issue. It would have to be a signaling issue. I don't know what the actual outcome is. I don't know if they said what it is yet. But you have so much things to protect that train from running into the back of that other EMR service that I don't think it would have been human error. Like, you still have train protection, AWS. So I'm just speculating. I'm pretty sure like that was a signal malfunction somewhere. And I don't know if any news came out about it, but sad to hear that, you know, that driver lost his life. But yeah. And also, when is the Corby extension gonna come out for AP? Like, I'm tired of waiting. I am tired of waiting for this thing. Since we're talking about Corby. Yeah, you know what, Plums? I've been saying that for like, I want to say, at least a month and a half. SW, do you remember how long ago we had this conversation about Corby? And they kept saying it was really close. Yeah, exactly. Like when that 222 came out, like it was supposed to have come out like a week or maybe even 2 weeks after, and it got pushed to the back, and now the 47 has come out. So I really have no idea what is going on. Ooh, you think a 360 EP is gonna come out? I would love that. I would love that, because right now my 360 version, which is my Luton Airport Parkway, that I was trying to do for my video, I believe that was an ATS refurb, basically. Ooh, if they did that, that would be awesome as well. I mean, they should still do that. Like, they should go to Leicester and give us a Corby extension as well. So go to Leicester and Corby, all in the same DLC. They probably charge us extra for it. I mean, if it was like £15, would you buy it? Uh, 13 miles to Penrith as we drop down to 90, because I was paying attention. Yeah, there should have been an 805 around here. Unless I missed it, because I wasn't paying attention. It's weird how you could actually remember all the stuff you put in scenarios once you've done it. Like, I can't tell you how many times offhand I know my scenarios while I'm streaming them, especially on Classic. It's kind of like root knowledge. only because you put it together and you know what times things are supposed to hit. So when things don't look right, you're like, wait, that should be... Why am I still gaining speed here? There's the 805. I may be a little bit early. I probably left a minute early. That's why it's looking like it's late. SW, I thought you already bought the 222. Seven hundred. Oh no, the 755 has 180 destinations to manually import into the spreadsheet. You can't just copy and paste that. You have to individually do it by line. I would probably start, I don't know how you would start it, but I would probably start it by most played or most streamed class unit, unless you are thinking about doing it in alphabetical order or numeric order. Yeah, I wouldn't know exactly how to start that. Dropping down to 80 here, as we are 8.2 miles to Penrith, on our way to Carlisle. I really do like this DLC. Yeah, that's what I would do, actually. I think that would make better sense. Less for people who are looking for those units to skim through. Especially with the 745, 755. Not everybody used that unit, although it's a cool looking unit. I'm actually gonna step one break this. I'm tired of going back and forth. Just under 7 miles to Penrith. It's been a while since y'all seen my face, so I'll throw that up there. What would be your destination, Plums? What's interesting to me is I want to actually ride it out to Stansted, because I don't see that that line in the game as much with him. Okay, you gonna compare it to the Gemma, the Gemma in Classic? Have you been there before, or even on the 755? Obviously, I haven't. I would actually like to take it out to, and this may sound weird, I would like to take it out to Felixstowe. It goes to Felixstowe, right? We can get up to 100 here, full beans. 5.2 miles to Penrith. Downhill gradient of 0.8%. Yeah, I've done a couple of runs out of Felixstowe. So I would actually like to see what it looks like. There's a beach over there, so I could get some use out of that. Still thinking about doing that, man, I wish I had my controller. Still thinking about doing a series, or at least a live stream with multiple runs to airports. Like, I think that's a cool idea. It's different, definitely different. You don't see people even talking about something like that. I'm just going to switch up the airports that I had the ideas for. Is there an airport out in Harwich? I think there is. So I'll probably put that one in. I want to try 2.5 miles to Penrith. I want to try Luton, Gatwick, Harwich. I wanted to do the Garl, but I'm not. I don't like that DLC. I think it looks like trash. Yeah, Harwich International. And I'll probably do a Heathrow. I'll start in Heathrow, actually, even though it's not in the game. Start breaking here, but I'll start on the ramp, basically, and head out to Paddington. It's the only way that will work. I just wish someone could actually put that into classic Heathrow Airport. I'm talking about. Just put it on the map, like you don't have to build an actual airport. Just do the underground bits for like the London Underground. Is that the district that goes out there? District line? Or is that Northern? I forget. I always take the Elizabeth when I land. One mile to Penrith. But I think that would be a cool idea. It's only, what, two stations? Although we don't have a 345 in the game. I thought ATS was working on that 710 345. Approaching Penrith. Hey, Cold Monkey, what's going on, buddy? Yes, I have, actually. Actually, I'm lying. I haven't. All the, and I can only go off of what I've seen from me landing in Heathrow, being in the Elizabeth. But I haven't actually seen any front window cab rides leaving from Heathrow. I do know Power Flower had did a video where he kind of merged Classic and TSW Elizabeth line stuff, where something was created in Classic. He might have done it himself, and I wish I can get that. Doors opening on the left. But I'm not into building a Heathrow. I wouldn't even know where to actually begin to build a Heathrow underground bits. I guess I could attempt it, but it's on the Berks and Hahn. I gotta check it out. I don't have Berks and Hahn. I gotta check that out. Thanks, SW. ATS has a version? Alright, thanks, SW. You rocked it. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out, because I would love to do that. I'm not sure if I have an 1107 departure here. I'm gonna just go with a 1107.30. Alright, I'm gonna lock the doors here. Yeah, I don't have... I wrote all of this down in my other phone, and I don't have it with me. Alright, Carlisle is next. Actually, I want to look at you, dude. You are weird looking. I want a picture. Oops. There we go. Back to you. You gorgeous thing, you. Just love the way this thing sounds. $17 miles to Carlisle. Sometimes I get confused my buttons because the console and the PC have different keybinds. Speaking of keybinds, if anybody knows the keybind for the master key, I would love to know. Reverser is obviously for up, but on the keyboard I don't know what it is. So make sure I'm locked in there. 16 miles to Carlisle. We should see three. Is it Control W? 'Cause I know that's what it is for Classic, but when I tried it earlier, it didn't work. We should see at least three pieces of AI on the way to Carlisle, because there's more places to actually start a train. Penrith is just one platform, so I have nowhere to put it, and that's another thing that bothers me. Like, to actually do a scenario, you have to know, or you have to look at the map and just, I guess, remember where the hell you want to put something. Whereas, you know, you should be able to just plop a train down on the route and send it somewhere. Like, that's just weird to me. Because in Classic, you could just ride along this route here. If you're comfortable with where you are, you put a train down, boom, you just send it somewhere. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But with the scenario creator on this thing, which I'm just now getting into, it's a little bit different. And then if the train is too long, it doesn't even show up as an option for you to put it there. It's not easy at all. Classic is definitely a better option. We're still talking about the heat. Dude, I find it funny because you guys don't get snow that much out there. Like it's bad for us. Like we get blizzards over here. So when we get heat, it's welcome. You know, like we'll just walk around with like a sun hat on, a towel on our neck, a little portable fan. I need you guys to come here and just spend a winter here, and then you'll appreciate the heat that you guys get out there. I'm actually looking forward to it. Every time I've actually gone out to the UK, it's been cold. It's been cold. Yeah, no, you definitely need some aircon. Which I love air conditioning. Thanos. 10 miles to Carlisle. I'm just saying, I'm not a big fan of blizzards. Well, I mean, traveling wise, I'm not a big fan of blizzards because like it gets so bad. Like if you guys have blizzards out there, the way we have it out in the United States, or the east coast of the United States, it gets so bad they would shut down the motorway. Like can you imagine the motorways being shut down because it's not safe to drive? Cars would be sliding, cars would be stuck. Like I literally had that happen to me, where they marked it a state of emergency and no one was allowed to travel at all. 8 miles to Carlisle, and no one was allowed to travel at all, and you need like a special badge to actually be on the road, or else you'll get in trouble, which unfortunately I am classified in that special badge area as what they call essential. I'm in the essential category for my job, so I have to be on the road. Because if no one goes to work for what we do, you guys would have no entertainment. So we have to go to work. You need your news, you need your TV shows, you need your sports. So they classify us in what they call the essential category. So if police pull me over, I just got to show them my badge, and they just let me go about my way. The cool thing about that is, because I got to take the positive from the negatives, my vehicle just goes right over all that fucking snow. Like I drive a Durango, and my rims are size 22, so they're really big, and I just plow right over all that snow. It allows me to actually let loose on the highway because I know there's no cars in front of me, and I know my car can handle it. 350. I mean, I'm not like driving crazy, but like I would do at least 50 in like a 65-mile-an-hour zone with snow, actually. Whereas if you're driving a normal car, you would probably just do like 30 miles an hour and hope your car don't go start sliding. But I got those big wheels and I just go right over it. I wish I had a hovercraft plums. You kidding me? I'd go to work in style. I don't know if police get special tires, SW, but they kind of just post up at certain places. They don't move unless they need to, while emergency vehicles are plowing the snow off the highways, and then they put salt down to help it melt, and they block off the whole highway. They block off the whole highway and just take care of everything going straight down. And the opposite way, there's another group of people who actually do it at 3 miles to Carlisle. It's pretty cool. You just don't want to be behind those salt trucks, because the salt, they're like big rocks of salt, and they like spray out as the car is moving, so it gets a whole wide area of the street. But the buses, because they're essential, the buses and like certain trucks, they put chains on the tires because the chains help them grip through the snow, like kind of like grooves. So you'll see that a lot. They put chains on the actual tires. It's another 350. I've gotten plenty of snow days off, SW. Start coming down here. When I was a kid, we used to get really, really, really bad snow days. And they actually used to send us to school. Like, the snow could be 6 feet high, and we still had to go to school. Now they get snow days to these kids for 6 inches of snow, all because they say, oh, it's going to be this big, snowstorm, and then nothing happens, and we're like, man, you guys are soft. Yeah, this previous winter was really bad for us with the snow. But this is Carlisle. Doors should be opening on the left. Like, I can feel that on my chair. The rumbles that you guys hear. Gotta get you a butt kicker, man. I kind of feel like I should be moving with it. Like... Single yellow should be clear to the platform. Should be down to 20. Wasn't paying attention. You actually walked 43 miles in the snow? Dude, that's crazy, man. Your legs must look like Mike Tyson's right now. I can't just imagine. Mike Tyson had those like big tree trunk legs, muscles popping out. Yeah, I don't know if I'm walking through 43 miles of snow. You gotta do what you gotta do though, right? No, it was worse in the old days, Code Monkey. Everybody's soft now, dude. This is Carlisle. I actually wanted to put some services in those bays over there, but it kept telling me my trains were too long, so whatever. Alright, this is Carlisle. Doors opening on the left. I'm going to hop out. I really hate this camera. I don't understand it anymore. I'm tired of complaining about it. Actually, I'm going to get to the door. Low angles. Y'all know I like my low angles. Let me get myself off the screen. What, nobody wants to come out my door? It's not cool. Don't make me come over here. And that should just about do it. Closing the doors here. All right, and that was my actual custom scenario from Preston to Carlisle. At least we finished this one. uh, as you can see, it actually has uh, a head coat. Houston to Glasgow. It was the continuation of a scenario that I actually originally started leaving London, Euston, 9S44. Actually, that's wrong. We started on, I believe, 1S53. So I'll probably change that later. But it is what it is. We'll actually hop into the rundown. Back to Stratford. Love it. All right, so as you can see, we had a Just Trains day, basically. Still heading north. Continuation to my original stream where I started in London, Euston, and we made it out to Crewe. So today we started in Crewe and made it out to Carlisle. Wish we could get to Glasgow, but I'm pretty sure that's at least going to be in TSW6. There's no way that we're getting that before TSW6. So I would probably guess at minimum Christmas ish. There's no way Just Train's gonna have 3 DLCs come out that quick. I kind of feel like they're neglecting us on Classic now because they're so good at this shit on Train Sim World. Better than everybody else, I will say. That I don't think we're gonna get anything anytime soon from Just Trains as far as Train Sim World getting us to Glasgow. But we'll see. We're getting close to any announcements if we're going to get a Train Sim World 7 I most assure we will. But that's probably a month or maybe 2 away from any type of announcements. But we'll see. I don't know. And that's all I have for you today. I didn't want to make it a 4-hour stream today, like normal, unless you guys actually want to see some more. I am definitely willing to do another run. Actually, we'll do another run. We'll do another run. I got time, and I actually enjoy this. And I enjoy talking to you guys as well. So yeah, we'll get some more in. Let's hop back into this. As we look at Stratford. All right, so I'm gonna stay with the West Coast theme here. Bring the order down a little bit. Sticking with the West Coast mainline theme. Berm Crewe, I'm really not a big fan of. Crewe to Milton Keynes. I mean, we just did a couple of long runs. I'm gonna stay south. Not a fan of the Evro timetable. I just think this timetable has more AI in it. So I'm gonna stick with that. We'll do a 710 here. Yes, you guessed it, Southwestern. I love my 710. We'll do a night run. We'll do a light. I love watching Wembley light up at night. Yeah. I guess I'm starting to be predictable here. Just a little predictable. Or I could have did a Bakerloo service starting in Queen's Park. That would have been cool. A Bakerloo service started in Queen's Park. I had wanted to do that before, but didn't. I actually love a 710 run. Why does my track look pink here? Whatever. We'll get the cab set up. And I still got to get up out the chair. It's the only problem with this thing. Doesn't unisolate my AWS. Kind of defeats the purpose. I'm going to try this with the keyboard. See if it actually works this time. Oh, okay. I've been hitting Shift W. Oh, I just put it back on. My bad. Alright, but this isn't working for me.
TPWS and AWS operational.
Alright, we'll get the doors open. 9 p.m. departure. Yeah, it's looking very pink. It's looking very pink. Put those in night. Hop out here. Look at that. It's like a pink purplish hue. Like, it shouldn't be that far back. Look at that sky. Not a fan of that. But this should not be this far back with that hue. Like, it's even reflecting off the walls like that. I don't think that's normal. That is definitely not normal. Why are my doors not open? All right. 2 for the guard. I'm just setting up for a flyaway. I'm okay with that. Applying power. Should be 25 leaving the platform. As we drive into Armageddon. And I feel like I'm going too fast. This is the only unit I would like to use in the nighttime. Because obviously the headlights are brighter. And I just love doing this run at night. Yellow coming up. As we get up to 40 here. Acknowledge. The flashing yellow just means the line is set for the DC line. Second yellow. Speed limit drops down to 40. As we dip into the tunnel, drops down to 30. Route knowledge kicks in here. Speed limit drops down to 30. Entering the tunnel. Speed limit goes back up right before South Hampstead. These nice bright lights. Has anybody played with the 90 since the update? I meant to purchase it this morning. I didn't buy it when it first came out. But I did want to give Alan a chance to get that fixed. What's wrong? Is it worse than it was? I have noticed that ever since the update for just TSW in general, just Dovetail in general, a lot of my stuff is different. Like, a lot of my normal stuff is different. I would say I lost a lot of blurry textures, but it just feels different. Well, if it's like the 805, I'm not getting it. Yeah, I have not had a good run in an 805 since I bought it. This is South Hampstead. Doors opening on the left. My 805 is just not playable. I don't even attempt to anymore, though I would like to, because on Classic I really do enjoy it. But on here I don't think it's that enjoyable for me. So it's one of those trains where I just don't even attempt to play with it. Let's get our tickets and shit back on. It's that one train that, you know, everybody has. For me, it's the 805. Although I do like the way it looks, I just can't play it for my own sanity. I can't play it. Yeah, everybody has their reasons. Like, you see, SW has his complaints about it. I just can't do it. Between that and the Birmingham to Crewe. I'm sorry, Birmingham to Crewe. I just always had an issue with it. When Birmingham to Crewe came out, it was unplayable for me. It was unplayable for me. My doors wouldn't stay closed. I don't have faults on. I would have door issues. I couldn't get a unit to start. And this is with like a 350. Like, it wasn't always just like the 805. Like, even with the 350, I had issues, and it just bothered me. So I just stayed away from it. I'll just stick to my Pendolino. That's my train of choice anyway. Next stop is Queen's Park, as I try to get us back on time here. Speed limit drops to 30 right before we get the platform. And plus, with the way I like to play, I like to hop in and out of the cab so we can get some scenic views and flyaways. And I haven't tried this since they decided to fix it. But when I would hop back in, all my textures were gone. Like, the words, unreadable. Like, even the stations were bad. Like, the signs of the station, you couldn't read what station you were at. So if you didn't know where you were at, you don't know where you're at because you couldn't tell. This is Queen's Park. Doors opening on the right. Got your Bakerloo service to the right. Mind the gap leaving the train. Next stop is Kensal Green. Full beans here. I wonder what kind of cool effect we're gonna get with Wembley Stadium. I don't think I've seen it with the little purple and bluish sky. Like it's been completely black when I've taken pictures. But I really do love the way it's lit up on this game. So we'll see what kind of effect we get once we get closer. When we leave Harlesden, I'll actually take a look because we have to see it before we reach Stonebridge. This is Kensal Green. What is that suit that guy has on? God damn it. And this one's in the back. No, that's... Oh, man, I missed him. God damn it. I wanted to see what that suit was. It looked like he was wearing a red leather suit. Like Eddie Murphy in The Golden Child. If you guys even remember that movie. Wilson Junction's next. And also, when's the Mildmay extension coming out? If we get the Thames Link branches before the Mildmay extension, I'm going to be so upset. I'm going to be so upset. Approaching Wilson Junction. This is Wilson Junction. Doors opening on the right. I don't think I've ever played Forza. I don't think it could get any worse than creating a TSC scenario. Harlesden is next. not only that, SW, it's like they tell you in code like that's gonna help. Like like you look at it and it's like, oh hey, you're missing such and such for class 66. And you're like, I have a class 66. What are you talking about? Like, could you be a little more specific? Like just a little more specific. Am I missing a branding patch? Like, what am I missing, man? Like, is it an ATS product? What is it? It's like, please tell me. Why is she so mad? Doors opening left. One of the things I hate, like when you actually think you have the actual train for a scenario, like you go to the scenario and TSC and you see the picture of the actual train there, and then you open it up and you have to F2 that shit. That bothers me a lot. It's like, even if you F2 it, you don't have to play a train. It's like you're missing the play a train too, bro. And it's like, alright, you could have just told me that before I actually sat here 5 minutes waiting for the scenario to load. I'm actually going to coast this at 35 so I can hop out here, guys. Let's get social off the screen there. Get your ass out of here. Yeah, it annoys me too. Yeah, I wish it would tell me before it's actually loading it. Oops, almost thought I was on Steam here. Gotta do it with the controller. I don't have that, Plums. What's that, RW tools or whatever it's called? I don't have that, so most of the time when I have the issue, it's usually my branding patch, because I have a lot of the AP stuff. Or like a third-party reskin. That's usually what my issue is, and as long as my player train works, I usually just F2 that. But it just pisses me off. Like, you pay for all this AP stuff, and you think you have everything, and then somebody comes with something cool and reskins it, and you don't have it. I'm not complaining. Like, it makes our gameplay better, but at the same time, you're spending so much money on AP stuff. Alright, doors are closing as we are back on time here. Yeah, I agree with all of this, guys. I agree with all of this. I feel your pain just as much as you do. I feel your pain. It's even worse for me, because when I am thinking of things to stream, like, all of that comes into play. Like, if I download someone else's scenario, I gotta make sure I have all this stuff before, at least a day before I want to do it on the stream. So if I'm streaming on a Saturday, I gotta think about this, like, probably Thursday night. Because usually day of, I gotta wake up early just to make sure I have everything that I need for my stream stuff ready. Like my OBS, my tickers, all the rundown stuff that I do. Like, I gotta make sure all of that stuff is good to go too. Updating Streamlabs. Yeah, I got to make sure all that stuff is ready as well. Not to mention my green screen setup. I take that down obviously after every time I use it. So like when all that stuff happens, it pushes back my start time because I don't be ready because of, small things like, my green screen is not working. I got to readjust the colors of the green screen. Like sometimes it's just easier just to not even have a camera. This is Wembley Central, doors opening on the left. At least there's people on the platform. There's usually nobody on the platforms here. I do want to hop into that Blackpool branches, but I'll just play that normally instead of streaming it. Doors opening here. Yeah, when it comes to the reskins, if it's very difficult in the description, I'm just like, I'm not even going to attempt it. I've recently gotten better with the bat files. I don't even attempt the RWP ones. If it's not simple, to me, I just don't even attempt it. Yeah, when there's like a whole long description on how you have to actually download the thing, like especially when I go on like Train Sim Community, I'm just like, it's not worth it, man. Or if it's a scenario where you need like 20 different AI pieces for it to actually work the right way, I'm just like, it's not worth it, dude. I'm like, it sounds interesting. I do want to play it, but I'm like, nah. I'm like, no, thank you. Yeah. And that's another thing. If it's not from a person that I've normally downloaded it from, I don't even want to attempt to download it. Because like you said, it could be corrupt. Dude, I always overshoot this same station. The same station. I don't know why. I have no idea why. It's always the same station, from what I've noticed. Alright, South Kenton's next. You have corrupt stuff from Emily? She's probably one of the people I do trust, but she bangs them out so quickly. I wouldn't be surprised if one is corrupt here and there. But Emily, for me, is actually pretty consistent. Yeah, Emily has some good stuff. I've actually told her that already. I've talked to her a couple of times. This is South Kenton. Oh, that guy again. Hold on, I'm not gonna open the doors yet. Just messing up my time, but I want to see what this guy's wearing. Like, dude, it doesn't even look like leather once the headlights are not on. That is not leather. Is it leather? I don't know. I can't tell. Get out my way, bitch. I'm trying to see this outfit. Dude, move. Oh, and he disappears, motherfucker. Excuse me. Kenton's next. I like the 68 one you did, Plums. We talked about that before. With the DRS carriages in the back. This is Kenton. Doors opening on the right. Excuse me, left. Wow. I got 2 of them today. Sometimes this controller is sticking on me, and I think I'm braking, and I'm not. Harrow and Willstone is next. I will say I quite like doing scenarios in the South. Anything to Brighton. All the southeastern stuff, I pretty much enjoy. The southwestern stuff, I'm starting to get into more. Yeah, Plums. I still haven't streamed on what's that DLC you recommended to me that I quite like, but the only problem was the Sims were like dug into the platform. That kind of bothered me. Other than that, it's a good DLC. This is Harrow and Willstone. Yeah, Sutton and Mole. That's it. It's a good DLC. It's just the AI Sims need to be fixed. But I quite like it, and would love to do a video for it. But yeah, get out of here, Streambo. This is Harrow Willstone. Alright, I blocked that loser. All right, Headstone Lane's next. Is Headstone Lane where the hidden orange man is? I forget which station that is, but I never noticed it until recently. You up to 45 here? .8 miles to Headstone Lane, as we have a 0.4 uphill gradient. Couldn't get it out. It was actually cool to actually make my first scenario in TSW. I just wish we could have finished the first one. I mean, technically we did. Like, it crapped out at Preston. We just didn't get to the platform. But I'll probably just stick to classic for now. All right, this is Headstone Lane. All right, Hatch In is next. I am so looking forward to coming back out there. I ran out of tea a long time ago. I gotta refill my stock. Just another reason why I think I was actually meant to be born in the UK. I actually do love tea. I know some of you guys will tell me you don't like tea, but I love tea. Speeding a little bit, coming down. This is Hatch End. Doors opening on the left. Or maybe they just all look shiny with the light. Because I see a bunch of people who look like they got on leather outfits. Cold monkey. Yeah, Boston's not my thing. That's Paul. Paul's from that area. He's not here today. He's probably enjoying Father's Day with his family. It's still a little bit early here. If you guys don't know, Paul is Wedge and Big, who's usually in here. Good friend of mine. He and his wife Ashley usually pops in every once in a while. Yeah, they're from the Boston area. I haven't actually seen a whole full match as far as World Cup. I think I seen a piece of a match yesterday. Looked pretty cool. I can't even tell you who's still in it. Like, has anyone been eliminated yet? And I just want to know, when is US gonna play England, because I don't know who to root for that game. It's definitely a possibility, right? USA, England. And how do you feel about all the teams that are, all the countries that are in this this year? It's more than normal, right? Definitely more than normal. I mean, I would hope so. It's spread across 3 countries, basically. You have all these matches over 3 countries. I mean, it's pretty cool if you think about the grand scheme of it, but that's pretty damn big. Canada, United States, Mexico. Doors opening right. But she's next. SW, did you actually finish part 2 of that scenario? I'm well, Max, EDLF. I'm just going to call you Max. Thanks for joining the stream. Hope you're well as well. We are actually on our way to Watford Junction. This was not in the plan, but I love the 710. All right, this is Bushy. Doors opening on the left. So that's what I mean. You can hear it clicking, but it's not clicking into the next level of braking. So it's kind of throwing me off. I think it's doing something and it's not. High Street's next. Why did it take so long to move? Yeah, the southeastern one, I believe, Dover. Were you doing Dover to Faversham? Did you put your announcements on it? I do like your announcements a little more than mine. I mean, I do like my announcements, but I think yours sound a little more authentic to me. Yes, Max, I actually played the Trent Valley route. I streamed it last week. Today we actually originally that stream started off in London Euston. I did a whole full run, London Euston to Milton Keynes, and then Milton Keynes to Crewe. And then today we did Crewe to Preston, and then Preston to Carlisle. So that would complete the whole West Coast Main Line minus the parts where we get to Glasgow. But now I can actually merge both of those streams together and make one nice long video. And hopefully pretty soon we'll get the Glasgow bits and I can do a full West Coast Main Line run. Whereas I've done it before on Classic a couple of times, so it's nice to see it with some better graphics. Doors opening on the right. And guys, I wish I could actually tell you a better schedule, but like things are so busy for me sometimes. I can go either way. Look, those are leather pants. Those are definitely leather pants. I can either go on a Saturday or a Sunday, depending on what's going on in my life, because sometimes I do actually work on weekends. But you can always guarantee it's going to be close to the same time, usually. It's usually 2 p.m. Eastern, which I believe is like 5 p.m. for you guys in the UK, or somewhere in that area. Try to at least keep the times consistent. We dropped down to 15, a little bit past the light here, the signal. I mean, I wish I could actually be a little more consistent. It's just things are a little bit busy for me right now, but it should get better. And possibly in the future, the near future, I can actually start streaming on a weekday. My target weekday, if and when I do decide to do a weekday, all the time would be Wednesday, because it's the middle of the week, and it kind of spaces it out. You know, so if I'm streaming on a Sunday, I have a couple of days to actually do things if I need to. Or if it's a Saturday, same thing. You still have some time in between, like Wednesday, you have Thursday, Friday. So I'm kind of going to try to bookend it like that. But I definitely appreciate all the love you guys give me on a constant basis. All I could do is be grateful for you guys. I enjoy talking to you. You know, it's cool talking to you guys. It also gives me time to actually watch like 1010 stuff, as well as TSD stuff, because they have good content as well. And I'm also cool with them, but I don't always just want to see myself. I'm not that vain. I am a little vain, but I'm not that vain. It's not always about me. I do like watching some of you guys' stuff as well. SW, you have some good stuff. Plums, you have some good stuff. And also like to learn some new things, you know, like I just learned how to do the announcement stuff. Next is going to be weather. And that gives me time to actually play with some things, so all I can ask is for patience. Definitely not avoiding you guys. This is what I like to do. So at the same time, I also like to make videos. It's not always about streaming. But this is Watford Junction. This is the last stop. Doors opening on the right. We'll get the DRA on. There we go. I'll actually hop out here. I said hop out, not in the cab. Damn it, I wanted that as my pick, but oh well. I'll take this. Yeah, so Max, it's actually a good DLC. People have been telling me they've had issues with crashes. I had my first crash today. It's the first time I've had that crash, so I don't know if it's a constant thing. As far as the actual DLC, I felt it was enjoyable. I made my own scenario because I wanted it to be in the modern day as opposed to the 80s. I can't change the NPCs on it, but it is a good DLC so far. Just catching up on into this this chat here. All right, locking the doors here, and that's the end of that service. I'll get myself off so we can see this. Giggity. Nope. Goodbye. So as you can see, that was London Euston to Watford Junction. One of my all-time favorites. Will never get old. I'm glad I'm predictable, and you guys knew I was actually gonna do this. I was gonna do this run. It's a run I know pretty well, so I'm happy to do it. And it was at night, so I enjoyed it as usual. But we'll actually hop back into the rundown. And as you can see, still heading north. That is a reference to us leaving London Euston a couple of weeks ago and continuing our journey tonight, starting in Crewe and heading out to Carlisle. These scenarios today were my own custom scenarios, my first ever Train Sim World scenarios that I've made. Train Sim Classic constantly. And it just got us one step closer to getting a natural full run to Glasgow. So I am actually enjoying that. And that was the rundown for today. And this was just a bonus, sticking with the West Coast Main Line. We hopped in the 710, London Euston to Watford Junction. And that is the rundown for today. All right, so that's actually going to do it for me today, guys. As usual, I enjoy talking to you guys and having you watch me play video games. It's the most fun I can have on a weekend. Happy Father's Day to everybody else who is a father. Enjoy your day. and I hope there's plenty more. But get this down a little bit. It's just a little bit too loud. But that's actually gonna do it for me today. Not sure what I have planned for next weekend, or if I'm even gonna do something this Wednesday. I still want to play some ATS stuff, so I might do a couple of videos with there. Good to talk to you guys. Plums, nice to meet you. Everybody else who's new to the stream that has hopped in today. SW, Legio Maximus, Code Monkey, always a pleasure. I guess I'll see you guys next week and figure out what I want to do. Until then, see you guys later.